Alright, so this right here is the ASUS ZenBook 14X OLED Space Edition. Now, if you think you've seen special edition or custom edition laptops before, think again. Because this is absolutely bonkers and completely over the top. But the big question is it worth it? Should you be investing your money in this? Well, that's what this video is all about. This is Warren from Guiding Tech Reviews or GTR, and you're watching my first look and quick impressions of the ASUS ZenBook 14X Space OLED. Whatever this laptop is. Let's just get started. Alright, so first things first, while I do have the laptop with me right now unboxed in all of its glory, trust me when I say this that actually unboxing it was a completely different experience altogether. So obviously that was a raw video, but I asked my editor, the expert Shubro, to do some camera magic and editing magic to it. So here's what the unboxing experience of this special edition laptop looks like. Alright, so let's start by talking about the laptop here. Now, first, let's see what this Space Edition is all about. So this is basically ASUS celebrating 25 years of their first laptop, which was the P6300. That was, actually it wasn't their first laptop, but it was their first laptop that was sent to the MIR space station, hence the Space Edition. Now coming to the design, you get a complete aluminum alloy build here with 0G titanium finish. Like, this isn't your standard silver or grey. This is the titanium finish. At least that is what ASUS calls it. I will still call it silver or matte silver. Nonetheless, whatever you want to call it, it looks damn good, damn appealing, and I absolutely love it. Now, there are also different markings on the keyboard and the chassis that resemble a space capsule cockpit. We also get these various Morse codes on the body, which basically reads ad astra per aspera, which is Latin for through hardships to the stars, which is kinda our motivation for our YouTube channel as well. 10k subs soon. Now, as for the I/O, the laptop has pretty much everything that you could ask for in this form factor. Also, the device weighs just 1.4 kgs, but that's on paper. Now, personally, I found it to be a little bit heavier than 1.4 kgs. I'm not sure what is the reason for it, because even on our weighing scale, this thing weighed 1.4 kgs. So I don't know what ASUS is doing here, but it definitely feels a lot more heavier in hand. And the reason why I say that is because I daily drive the Realme Book Slim, and the difference in weight on paper between both the devices isn't a lot. That's 1.3 kg something, this is 1.4 kgs. But yeah, this feels a lot heavier in comparison to that. Now, of course, the most unique part about the laptop here is this exclusive 3.5-inch OLED Zen Vision display on the lid. Now, it's fully customizable via the My ASUS app to show you the information of your choice. So if the lid is closed, you can still get smart notifications, get info of the time, date, and battery, or use it to showcase a business card. Or like I do, just have a custom message being shown. Quick question, by the way, can you guess from where or which game that quote is from? Let me know down in the comments below. Now moving on, we have the display here. And okay, we've seen various OLED panels before, but I have to say, this is the best OLED panel on a laptop that I've seen so far. And that list includes the Dell XPS OLED that I recently reviewed on our channel. Link here, but yeah, this thing is better than that. I mean, literally, just look at the specs of it. High resolution, check. Touchscreen, check. Color calibrated, check. HDR support, check. High refresh rate, check. Slim bezels, check. I mean, literally, what else could you have asked for? Well, I mean, considering our display is best complemented by a good audio setup, so maybe some good speakers here. Well, you do get dual stereo speakers here, and you also have support for Dolby Atmos. Pretty good. Now, the keyboard and touchpad here are pretty good to use as well. And of course, since this is a ZenBook, we have this number pad here. So you can use it to enter numbers while using your gestures as well. And everything works well. At least it did in my testing. Alright, so moving along, we have the performance, and that is one area where I think ASUS has gone all out. I mean, literally all out. Because this thing comes with an Intel Core i9-12900H processor coupled with 32 GBs of LPDDR5 RAM. Keep in mind that that is an H series processor that's actually used on gaming laptops, not an ultrabook like this, a proper gaming laptop. However, unlike a gaming laptop, this thing does not have a dedicated GPU. So why does it have an H series i9 processor? I mean, when you talk about performance, well, the benchmarks are on your screen and the i9 does definitely perform very well. And of course, because we're in Delhi right now, there's a lot of ambient room temperature heat as well. So thanks to the metal body, this thing definitely heats up quite well. But that's not the whole point. Like, the main point here is that do you really need the performance? Now, I'll be very upfront. I did not test this laptop to the limit like I usually do with all of my reviews. Like, you've seen other laptop reviews on our channel. We usually take everything apart. We usually talk about the performance in detail. I did not do that with this one. Not because this is an unboxing or first impressions video. I genuinely just did not feel like reviewing it. And there's a very strong reason for that. This is not even a special edition per se. I mean, sure, ASUS is celebrating it and kudos to them for actually achieving a milestone and having the anniversary of something great. But as a product, I highly doubt anyone would be spending money on this. I mean, sure, it looks good. I love the look of it. This thing is a novelty. I do not see any practical use of this Zen Vision 3.5-inch OLED panel. Sorry, I do not see any use of it. And it affects the battery life. Anyway, the panel here is amazing, but without a dedicated GPU, you can't really use it entirely for editing. Sure, the Intel Z graphics are good, but that's Photoshop, and that's it. You can't do 4K video editing on this. Even 1080p video editing is not entirely possible on this without having some frame drops here and there. So to use this as an editing machine, you'll have to first buy an eGPU enclosure, then a graphics card, which are auto stock, but anyway. Then invest in a good monitor as well, because it's an eGPU, so you can't be using this amazing panel with that GPU. You will be having to spend more money on a good monitor. I mean, like, that is extra cost. Even at the cost of this thing in itself, you can anyway get a pretty good MacBook. Or if you're serious about editing, even a very good, powerful Windows editing machine that would actually make sense to have an i9 processor inside. As good as this is still a novel product. I genuinely do not see anyone being like any consumer out there celebrating ASUS and buying this laptop. But as a consumer, what you should be buying, or at least what you should be interested in buying, is the ASUS ZenBook 14 OLED UX3402, which is basically your ZenBook 14 OLED lineup. That's the custom model number. But that also has been launched alongside this. It's a normal ZenBook, obviously if you compare it with it, but it's still flashy. I mean, you still get the same panel without the touch screen factor. You still get pretty much the same design, and personally, if you remove this part, that design looks far better to me. And the keyboard and touchpad is the same, the I/O is the same, still 1.4 kgs, and you get those P series Intel processors. Now, our review unit has arrived. We are in the process of testing things, so make sure that you subscribe to our channel and have the bell icon turned on for whenever our in-depth, proper review of that laptop goes live. Because trust me, I'm giving you a spoiler alert, that laptop is worth checking out. This one is worth looking at. And well, that was it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more awesome tech content. Till then, this is One from GTR, and I'll see you in the next one.